I'm Roman Yossi of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Matt Duchesne of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Justus Aros of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Ryan Johansson of the Nashville Predators.
You're listening to the Renegades of Puck
with Crazy Charlie.
Welcome to the bunker. Welcome to the Renegades of Puck podcast. I'm your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier, and before we get started on the No Half Step in Hockey coverage, let me direct you to our home website, renegadesofpuck.com. Once you go to renegadesofpuck.com, you can learn everything you need to know about the show, and once you're all good and educated, you can click on that merchandise tab, and that's where you'll find our classic logo t-shirt, our pride logo t-shirt, all of the other different t-shirts we have, plus all of the other gimmicks you've come to know and love from the Renegades of Puck. Socks, wall art, throw pillows. You can outfit your entire home, your entire body, or a combination of both. We would love it if you would do so. We've sold out so that you can buy in. Appreciate each and every one of you picking up some merch over the holidays. Social media is of critical importance, and that's exactly how you can help out this operation. You can give us a like, a follow, a subscription, leave a comment, share a link. No matter what you do, it's going to go a long way to help us out. It doesn't cost you anything, and it doesn't take you but a second to do. Please give us a like or a follow on any of the follow social media platforms. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We are building up our audience on all of those different platforms. You can find the video podcast, of course, on YouTube, where you're watching Renegades of Puck TV right now. You can find the audio podcast on Stitcher, on Google, on Spotify, on Amazon, and so many other places. Please, you can find the Renegades of Puck anywhere. Just go ahead and search us out. You can become a partner of the show or a sponsor by going to Venmo, searching out Renegades of Puck, or just scanning the QR code that's currently on your screen. Thanks to generous renegades like you, well, we've been able to upgrade the microphone, we've been able to upgrade the lights, we've been able to upgrade the camera. The one thing and the next thing we need to upgrade is the heating system, as it is only 37 degrees in the bunker right now, but that's not going to stop the essence of No Half Step, and we're going to be here in the bunker, of course, regardless of the temperature. It's single digits outside, it's 37 in here. That sounds pretty balmy compared to what everyone else is dealing with outside and some other place. So you can help us out by going to Venmo. A couple of dollars would help us go a long way to getting maybe a second space heater for the bunker. We sure would appreciate it. Stick taps, love, and respect to everyone who donated over the holidays. It sure has meant a lot, and it goes a long way to helping us out. Now, listen, I know it's time for the No Half Step in Hockey coverage, so let me deliver the goods. It's time for operation number 692, and while it might be 37 degrees and single digits outside, it is warm inside the bunker at 37, and we're going to be here for show number 692. Operation 692 is underway, and at this moment in hockey history, the Nashville Predators currently find themselves going into the Christmas break after 32 games played with a record of 14, 13, and 5. 33 points has them 16 points behind the first place Dallas Stars, which is the Nashville Predators' next opponent. We'll go over the whole division here in just a moment. 8-5-3 is the Nashville Predators' record at Bridgestone Arena, and that's where the next game will take place against the Dallas Stars. Dallas's record on the road is 10-5-3. Impressive amount of goals for in the season for Dallas, 125. They've given up 99, a goal differential of plus 26, while the Nashville Predators are having a different season offensively. Only 82 goals scored in the season, giving up 98, and they are minus 16 in goal differential. The Dallas Stars have a record of 29-6, 20 victories already on the season. They have played 35 games now. That is more than anyone else in the Central Division, but even with the number of games played, they have been in first place for quite some time this season. Dallas is in first place with 46 points. The Winnipeg Jets go into the Christmas break in second place with 43 points. The Colorado Avalanche are in third place with 40 points. Minnesota Wild also have 40 points. You'll find the St. Louis Blues in fifth place with 34, and then you'll find the Nashville Predators with 33. Arizona's in seventh place with 27 points. The Chicago Blackhawks are at the bottom of the division with 20 points. That gets you caught up on the Central Division standings going into the Christmas break. Now let's talk a little bit about the Nashville Predators' upcoming games after the Christmas break. Friday, they will be in Anaheim, so after the Christmas break, Tuesday, and then not again until Friday, and then Saturday in Vegas to close out this calendar year. They'll start the new calendar year on the 3rd of January versus the Montreal Canadiens back here at Bridgestone Arena, and on the 5th of January, they will be in Carolina to take on the Hurricanes, and on the 6th, back-to-backs, on the 6th, it will be against the Washington Capitals. Now, for the Nashville Predators, they will be taking on the Dallas Stars in this next game. The Dallas Stars come into this game. Let's take a look at their most recent action. Back on December the 15th, it was a 2-1 victory at Washington. On the 17th of December, a 5-4 overtime loss at Carolina. On December the 19th, a 2-1 win at the Columbus Blue Jackets. On December the 21st, a 6-3 loss versus the Edmonton Oilers. And on December the 23rd, their most recent game, a 4-2 win versus the Montreal Canadiens. Now, these two teams have met twice already this season, and they will meet one more time right near the end of the season. Let's go back and recap that back-to-back that took place in October. The very beginning of the season, high hopes for the Nashville Predators as they were 2-0 against the San Jose Sharks, coming into a second back-to-back to start the season with the Dallas Stars. They started that on October the 13th, and it would be a 4-1 loss at Bridgestone Arena. Marchment would have 2 goals, Sagan would have 3 assists, and Ottinger would go 31 out of 32 for the victorious Dallas Stars team. UC Stars would take the loss and go 25 out of 29. 2 nights later in Dallas, the Nashville Predators would fall by a score of 5-1. Roope Hintz, 2 goals and assists for 3 points. Robertson, who usually plays very good against this Nashville Predators team, 1 goal, 2 assists for 3 points. Ottinger, again, the victory, 29 out of 30 in that game. So Dallas on the season is 2-0 against the Nashville Predators, and they have outscored the Preds 9-2. These two teams will not meet again until April the 3rd, and that game will take place in Dallas. For the Nashville Predators, Borowiecki still out injured, on injured reserve. No timetable or time frame or update, frankly, in recent weeks for his return. Dante Fabro left the most recent game for the Nashville Predators. No time frame on his return, listed as day-to-day at this point. Taking a look inside the matchup in the NHL ranks between these two teams, and the Dallas Stars are in first place, and they're putting together, statistically, a very nice season. 3.57 goals per game. That's good for 5th best in the NHL. It's a highly impressive number. The Nashville Predators number, not so impressive, 2.50. That is 30th in the NHL, 2 spots from the very bottom. In goals against, the Nashville Predators are giving up 3.03 goals per game. That has them 15th in the NHL, while the Dallas Stars are rated 10th overall in the league, giving up 2.77 per game. In shots generated on net per game, the shots for category, 31.9 for Dallas. That's 14th best in the NHL. The Preds are generating 30.4 on net. That is good for 20th in shots against category. 33.7 is what the Nashville Predators are giving up per game. That is 29th, right near the bottom of the league, while the Dallas Stars are right in the middle at 15th, giving up 31.5 per game. Highly impressive special teams units for the Dallas Stars. 5th overall in the power play, 29 conversions on 106 opportunities, or 27.4%. The Nashville Predators power play is 28th, down near the bottom of the league. They've only converted 18 times out of 111 opportunities, or 16.2%. In the penalty kill statistic, is another impressive unit by the Dallas Stars. 82.5% is their kill rate. That's 4th best in the NHL. They've given up 21 power play goals against. The Preds are 18th in penalty kills, 77.7%, and they've given up 25 power play goals against on the season. Now, every team has highly impressive individuals when it comes to the statistics in this league, and the Dallas Stars are definitely a part of that. Robertson, 24 goals on the season, 26 assists, 50 total points, and Robertson, as a matter of fact, everyone on the list for the Dallas Stars that's in their top 5 in scoring is usually very, very solid against the Nashville Predators team. So Robertson, 24 and 26 for 50. Roope Hintz, 16 goals, 22 assists for 38 points. Joe Pavelski, 11 goals, 22 assists for 33 points. Bennett, 13 and 19 for 32. And Heiskanen, 5 and 20 for 25. Jake Ottinger, also a very successful goaltender against the Nashville Predators. 14-5 and 3 is his record. 9.19 save percentage, 2.45 goals against average. Ottinger's putting up a really, really nice season. Dallas Stars have put together a really solid first 35 games of the year. No doubt about that. That's why they find themselves in first place in the Central Division. On the Nashville Predators side of the stats ledger, Matt Duchene takes over the team lead in scoring. 10 goals, 16 assists, 26 points. Still behind Nino Niederreiter for overall goals lead, but the second Nashville Predator to reach double digits in goals. Now 10 on the season, 4 games in a row with a goal. That also is a very important thing and a very impressive thing. Takes over the team lead in scoring with 26 total points. The captain, Romeo, also at 26 points. His breakdown goes as 7 goals, 19 assists. Philip Forsberg is on a bit of a cold streak going into the Christmas break right here. 9 goals, 16 assists, still sitting at 25 points. He's now been surpassed by both of the players, Duchene and Yossi, above him in the standings for the stats. Mikhail Granlund has 20 points on the season, 4 goals, 11 assists, so 4 Predators in the 20-point range at the Christmas break. Ryan Johansson just behind 9 goals, 9 assists for 18 points. UC Saros, his numbers are continuing to improve. No, the Nashville Predators are not climbing the standings, but the netminder for the Nashville Predators is certainly climbing in the statistics. 11-9-5 is his record on the season, a 9.14 save percentage, a 2.81 goals against average. That gets you all set up for the Nashville Predators and the Dallas Stars. The Preds have had incredible difficulties with this Dallas Stars team. Not not just this season, falling twice already, once at home, once on the road, but over the last couple of seasons, this particular Dallas Stars lineup gives the Nashville Predators all kinds of difficulties. So for the Nashville Predators, they're going to have to continue the success that they had this week playing against a couple of really good teams and come out of the Christmas break playing that. But something concerns me there. They've not come out of layoffs or off of breaks with a lot of momentum or a lot of jam so far this season. We'll talk about that more extensively in the analysis portion, and that's coming up here in just a little bit with the Renegades of Puck as well. Let's get you all set up for the Nashville Predators and the Dallas Stars at Bridgestone Arena. Coming out of the Christmas break, every team should be fresh and ready to go. Whoever gets out to the jump first will probably be the team that secures those critically important 2 points in the Central Division race. The Nashville Predators already 16 points behind, cannot fall any further behind the Dallas Stars, or else the race is going to frankly get away from them. That gets you all set for that game. Rebirth Sports, check out their work, rebirthsports.com, or find them on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Very easy to find them, and they're very interactive, very good people, and I certainly love having a partnership with that crew. You see me wearing the Renegades of Puck home jersey right here in the bunker. You see me wearing the road jersey, the third jersey, just last night skating with the Mighty Drunks here in Middle Tennessee in the Middle C Division. Got a chance to pull on the red, white, and blue Rebirth Sports Mighty Drunks jersey. Good looking threads out there at the rink. Got asked multiple times, where did that jersey come from? And I had to tell them, of course, because I love having the conversation. Came from Rebirth Sports. Sure to appreciate them. They take visions, make them reality, and they are certainly not jersey makers. They are hockey tailors. So check out their work, rebirthsports.com. And we go all the way back to December the 23rd of the year 2022 when John Hines deploys his lines the following way at Bridgestone Arena as the Nashville Predators taking on the Colorado Avalanche. Philip Forsberg, Tommy Novak, and Mikhail Granlund make up your first line. Niederreiter, Glass, and Janot make up the second line. Trennan, Johansson, and Duchesne make up the third line. Cole Smith, Parsonen, and Sissons make up your fourth line. Your defensive pairings now. McDonough back in the lineup again with Yossi at the top. Ekholm and Carey, Luzon and Fabro. Saros gets the start in net. We are just 27 seconds into the first period of Bridgestone Arena, and Georgiev's coming up with a save on Niederreiter. First shot of the game for either team. Nashville would generate 5 shots on goal in the first 90 seconds. They came out with a lot of jump on the first couple of shifts. 3:19 of the first period, Yossi hits the post from the circle. He had lots of room to go ahead and take that shot. 7:03 of the first, Georgiev comes up with a save on Parsonen at close range. Strong puck possession, play, and confidence on the offensive side of things by Parsonen. Great to see him driving the net that hard. 8:03 of the first, Yossi's off to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. A strong PK overall by the Nashville Predators. Everything was kept to the outside. Nashville Predators looking very good over this stretch of hockey. 11:38 of the first period, Rantanen's off to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Georgiev would come out with a save on Johansson's redirect from the slot, and then Forsberg's rebound jam. But then shortly after that, the same unit still on the ice, Johansson converts with his 9th goal of the season. It was a backhand put back off of Yossi's long shot. As a matter of fact, it was Yossi's long shot that initiated the play, but Johansson tipped the puck on the way in, then gets his own rebound and puts it back in. Great hand-eye awareness right here. The Nashville Predators have a 1-0 lead at Bridgestone Arena over the Colorado Avalanche. 15:35 of the first period, Georgiev comes up with a save on Smith at close range. The Preds are absolutely dominating play here in the first period. Cole Smith, though, another opportunity at close range, unable to convert. 16:50 of the first. Carey is off the box. 2 minutes for tripping. Rodriguez would then go off the box. 2 minutes for holding. We'd see a 4-on-4 for 1:16. Nothing would end up as a result of the exchange. At the end of the first period, Nashville Predators in control, outshooting Colorado 15-8. We go to a clean sheet and we see a whole new Colorado Avalanche team starting to emerge in the second period. 2:30 into the second period. Georgiev comes with a save on Fabro. It was a mad scramble to get back into position, but he is able to just in time at 4:20 of the second period. Rodriguez off the box. 2 minutes for tripping on Niederreiter. He saved a wraparound goal right here. At least a 50-50 chance that he saved one from going into the net. Rodriguez off to the box. That's giving Matt Duchesne an opportunity to convert on the power play. His 10th goal of the season. He was at the back post and he goes roof job after an incredible cross zone and cross crease pass. Feed by Glass. Glass again with another impressive piece of world-class distribution helps the Nashville Predators secure a 2-0 victory, 2-0 lead here in the second period. 7:16 of the second period. Saros comes up with a save on Nichushkin. 7:48. Saros another save on Nichushkin. 9:15 in the second. Carey is off the box. 2 minutes for holding. Saros has to come up with a huge save on Rantanen. The shot knocks the mask off. The puck trickles up over the top of UC Saros onto his neck shoulder area, and he falls backwards boards, and the puck goes just outside of the post. It was actually incredible body control right here to keep the rebound from finding its way into the back of the net. Highly impressive control by UC Saros. 11:56 of the second. Saros comes up with a save on Malgin. 12:46 though. Rantanen's 23rd goal of the season gets Colorado on the board for the first time, making it 2-1 in favor of the Nashville Preds, cutting the Preds lead in half. Shots on goal 15-1 since the Duchesne goal in favor of the Colorado Avalanche. And the goal for Rantanen, it was a top shelf snipe from the circle. He had plenty of time and space after Dante Fabro's turnover. Fabro had plenty of time to get the clear off the wall, unable to do so. 15:25 of the second period. Saros comes up with a save on McCarr. 19:09. Saros comes up with another save on McCarr, this time with heavy traffic. We hit the intermission, and the Nashville Predators are being outshot 29-24. So the Colorado Avalanche not only pick up a goal in the second period, but have 21 shots on net. UC Saros, the only reason the Nashville Predators maintain a 1-goal lead. 23 seconds into the third period, Georgiev's coming up with a save on Glass's tip in the low slot. Again, another impressive offensive play from Glass. 1:22, Georgiev comes up with a save on Smith at close range. Smith cannot seem to put the puck in the net at close range, no matter how many opportunities he gets. 2:44 the third. Saros comes with a save on Rantanen. 5:16, Saros comes with a save on Lehkonen. 5:41, Saros back to work with a save on O'Connor, plus the rebound jam. Luzon then clears everybody out, takes him to the corner, and starts a scrum. Good job by the Nashville Predators defenseman there, as the Avalanche players were definitely jamming away at UC Saros after the whistle. 7:46 of the third. Georgiev comes with a save on Ekholm. 9:15, Saros again back to work, this time with a save on Newhook at close range. 13:17, Saros is continuing to work through this third period. He comes up with a save on Taves through traffic. It was Colorado's 40th shot on goal of the game, but at 15:05, Compher's 5th goal ties the game up in 2 apiece. It was a perfect deflection. The shot was going wide. Compher deflected it back into the net. Really good scoring opportunity here for the Colorado Avalanche, and they convert. 2-2 hockey game. Granlund would hit the post shortly after that. He had the entire net wide open, but he could not convert. 18:49 of the third period. Johansson's off the box. 2 minutes for high sticking. UC Saros has come up with a huge save on Rantanen before the end of regulation. At the end of regulation, Colorado's out shooting Nashville 44-38. We have a 4-on-3 power play that carries over into the overtime. 49 seconds, 2:17 into the overtime session. Georgiev comes up with a save on Duchesne. 3:52, Georgiev has to come up with a big save on Parsonen, who takes a shot. The puck actually ends up just outside the post. Really good scoring opportunity for Parsonen. Unfortunately for the Nashville Predators, on a 2-on-1, former Nashville Predators Samuel Girard is converting with his second goal of the season, giving Colorado a 3-2 victory at Bridgestone Arena on the Avalanche's 46th shot of the game. The Nashville Predators fall to the Colorado Avalanche after having a 2-0 lead on home ice. Slowly, the Colorado Avalanche just built up the pressure and just continued pouring it on until the Nashville Predators could no longer bend, and they broke. The Preds were up by 2, and then Colorado took the game over, and Colorado ends up winning this game 3-2. The Nashville Predators are lucky to get out of there with a point, and they are very lucky to have UC Saros in net tonight. He was incredible, especially in the second period. We'll break that down, and we'll talk about that performance. Much more coming up here in the next segment with the Renegades of Puck as we do some full game analysis. We'll get you the stats, we'll get you some opinions, and we'll get you all the information coming out of tonight's game and everything else going on with this Nashville Predators team. That was the Rebirth Sports full game recap. Right back in a second. Strong Style Fitness is a great partner here of the Renegades of Puck, and we love our partners. Strong Style Fitness can be found online, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Instagram is their preferred method of communication when it comes to social media. StrongStyleFit.com is where you can find the website. 150 workouts by a certified personal trainer, completely free to each and every one of the Renegades of Puck. Just go to YouTube and search Strong Style Fit, and you'll be able to find those, whether it's your first step off the couch, your first workout, or you've been at it for years. Tracy has a workout that is designed and dedicated to each and every one of you out there. She just wants to get you moving and get you motivated and keep you healthy. She has provided all of these workouts on her YouTube channel completely for free. So Renegades of Puck, in a world that is becoming increasingly more expensive every day, take advantage of an opportunity to have the Renegades of Puck personal trainer at Strong Style Fitness. Great partner here of the show. UC Saros was 43 out of 46 in this game, and he was absolutely incredible. 20 out of 21 in the second period alone. He kept the Nashville Predators in this game, and he is the sole reason that the Nashville Predators got a point on this evening at Bridgestone Arena. It was an incredible performance by UC Saros. I'm honestly surprised Colorado Avalanche did not end up with more than 50 shots the way they started pouring them on. Only 8 in the first period, and they finished the game with 46 on net, and they were pouring the pressure on from everywhere. They were able to maintain puck possession, zone time, and they were on power play quite a bit in this game. So for UC Saros, another incredible game. His stats continue to improve, and going into the Christmas break, he has a record of 11-9-5, a 9.14 save percentage, and 2.81 goals against average. Those numbers have come an incredibly long way in improving since what we saw in early October and the early parts of the season. UC Saros is dialed in and back, and hopefully a couple of days off will not slow any of that momentum. We got to talk about Matt Duchene. This is a positive coming out of this game. It's his 4th game in a row with a goal, and it takes over the team lead in scoring now with 26 points. He's 1 game behind Nino Niederreiter for team lead in goals. Now, Matt Duchene, when he was sitting at 6 goals, I was really questioning what the hell was going on there. He's a 40-goal scorer last year. He holds the franchise's all-time single-season goals record. I know that came just a season ago, but still, to be at 6 goals where he was at 28 games played now, to be at 10 goals after 32 games played, it looks a lot better, looks a lot more impressive. And the way he's scoring these goals, it's all in the hard areas, it's all greasy goals, it's all going to the net, it's getting rebounds, it's doing the really right things that you need to do to score goals in this league. And for Matt Duchene, it's a real positive for the Nashville Predators. I know that he was probably gripping quite a bit, and now he can go into the Christmas holiday taking a break. His hockey team is in 6th place, but they are over 500, and he is starting to find some individual success out there, and it seems like starting to get paired up more and more out there with Johansson and Trennan, and those players seem to be skating very well together. Got to talk about Glass as well. His assist in this game was just absolutely incredible. Across the zone, from the wall all the way across the top of the crease to the back post, the pass was a laser. It was accurate, and to be honest with you, it was an easy goal to score when you get a setup like that. So for Glass, he continues to impress with his vision, with his passing, with his skating, and he is also generating some good offensive opportunities himself. He also had a really good redirect in the low slot, so going into the hard areas, going to the greasy areas, and Glass now seems to be back on the positive trend in the development for the Nashville Predators. It's been great to watch him these last couple of games. He's really come alive going into the break. So again, got to give Glass some recognition for that assist in this game. Now I want to talk about something that I'm not sure what's going on. Dante Fabro in this game had another one of those nights where you're not sure how Dante Fabro has managed to stick around this long. Sometimes Dante Fabro's hockey IQ just seems to take a huge dip at the worst moments. We've seen him over the course of his career just have these moments happen to him where he falls down at center ice and a puck goes past him for a breakaway, or he loses an edge at the blue line and something goes wrong. Something seems to happen to Dante Fabro every couple of games that is just leaves you really thinking. And tonight was another one of those games where Dante Fabro just could not get the job done. He's been experimented with at every single spot on the D-core. He's been on the first pair with Yossi. He's been on the second pair with Ekholm. He's on the third pair now. And you got to wonder, when you go from first to second to third pair, no matter how promising of a career you might have had, how much time do you really have left? And if you keep making mistakes like what we saw in the game tonight, it not only leads to goals against, but it leads to your team not being able to secure points. And the Nashville Predators aren't a team that can afford to lose any points when it comes to this. So for Dante Fabro, while I haven't enjoyed covering his development, I have certainly noticed that his development has been stunted. He has been passed by other defensemen. Carrier would be the easiest one to point out, but Gross recently coming up certainly had the opportunity to remain on this roster and could take Dante Fabro's spot here coming up very soon. The Preds have made some difficult decisions on the defensive side of things already when it comes to some of their misses on prospects. Dante Fabro, I think his time might be running out. 2-0-1 for the Nashville Predators over the last 3 games. They beat a team that they were absolutely supposed to beat, the Chicago Blackhawks. But then again, they also beat a team they weren't supposed to in the Edmonton Oilers, and they were able to get a point in a game where nobody really expected them to be able to do that against the Avalanche, at least not based on any recent history or any recent evidence or recent statistical metrics. The Avalanche were supposed to come in and win this game, and the Nashville Predators were able to get a point. So 2-0-1, 5 out of 6 points going into the break. That's actually wonderful because this team was absolutely in the struggle category and was sinking in the standings, and now at least you pick up 5 points here going into the Christmas break. You have a chance to take a deep breath and come back. But this is the real problem. This becomes the crux of the issue for this season. The Predators have had multiple times now coming back from the road trip to Europe. They had the water main break, and they also had one other lengthy break in the schedule. Coming off of those breaks, the Nashville Predators have been a bad hockey team. What are we going to see coming off of this Christmas break, coming back and trying to catch a moving train like the Dallas Stars at Bridgestone Arena? The Nashville Predators have to be prepared to bring the jam. They cannot come back from this schedule break the way they have come back from their previous schedule breaks. Brian Baston's done a great job of chronicling that here on this show a number of times. So make sure you go back and check out what his thoughts were on that. But the Nashville Predators have to come out of this break much stronger than they have the other schedule breaks. It never gets easy. This is the National Hockey League. There's never an easy stretch of schedule for a team that is in 6th place. Once you finish with the first place Dallas Stars, yes, you will have a team in Anaheim that is not performing that well, but then you have Vegas, then you have Montreal, then you have Carolina, then you have Washington, and it goes on and it goes on and it goes on for another half of the season. So for the Nashville Predators, picking up 5 out of 6, one of those games was expected to be claimed, one of those games was not expected to be claimed, and one went 50-50 where a lot of people thought the Preds were going to fall. They ended up falling in overtime, but they do get the point. So who comes out of the break? That's what we'll be here to cover. So for the Nashville Predators, I hope they come out of the break a lot stronger than they have the last couple of breaks. That's the main point that I'm trying to get to with this long meander through the snow. Let's go to SCS. Let's find out what he's got to say. I know that he's got some Christmas greetings, and I know that he's got some stuff going on. So let's get the intel from Sean C. Smith. He was at Bridgestone Arena tonight covering the Nashville Predators against the Colorado Avalanche. From A to Z Sports, you can find him on Twitter at SCSNSH. He's the one and only Sean C. Smith.
Thanks, Charlie. Hey, Renegades. It's Sean C. Smith, and just got back home after the frigid trip to and from Bridgestone. The first time I've walked into Bridgestone Arena and found it warmer than outside of Bridgestone Arena, but nonetheless, the Predators put on a pretty good show tonight against the Colorado Avalanche. I'm going to be honest, they came out of the gate looking pretty hot. Ice was definitely tilted in their favor until it seems like the Avalanche decided to respond after Matt Duchene's goal that came a few seconds after the power play expired, which, you know what, I'd say there were still 4 Avalanche in that zone defending when it happened. We could call it a power play goal, and that's kind of the story. Is the power play has looked good. I'm not really sure what's changed. There's a lot more action going on, not as much stuff happening down at the perimeter there and on the blue line. But I definitely like what's happening. I'm not an expert here in all this stuff about. We're going to start over. Yeah, Charlie, I'm going to start over. Tactics is the word I was looking for. Thanks, Charlie. Hey, Renegade, Sean Smith. Just got back from a frigid trip to and from Bridgestone Arena. The first time I've entered Bridgestone Arena to find it warmer than outside. Definitely refreshing to walk into that warm arena covered in ice to warm up from the winter Arctic chill outside. And let's talk about the performance the Predators had against the Colorado Avalanche tonight. Avalanche still a little banged up, missing Nathan MacKinnon. Definitely a big blow to them and their power play. The Avalanche power play did not look great, did not look like its usual productive self. But you know whose power play did look pretty good was the Nashville Predators. And I'm going to say this, that second goal, the Duchene goal, yes, the power play had been over for 2 seconds. But, you know, realistically, that goal was the result of their power play. And look, I'm not an expert on hockey tactics. I can't tell you exactly what's happening with that power play, but I'm going to tell you that they've definitely made some changes, and they definitely seem to be paying off. I think everybody in Nashville is a little bit relieved when you see power play goals popping up. That way the power play doesn't seem like such a letdown as it has, historically speaking, recently. But, you know, I'm going to say this. The Predators came out of the gate looking pretty hot. They looked good. They looked like they were definitely pushing. The Avalanche had to fight to get out of their defensive zone and get into the Preds' offensive zone. And I will tell you, it really looked like the Predators were overwhelming the team, stifling every chance they had to get through the neutral zone and enter into their offensive zone. But, you know, after that Duchesne goal, it seemed like things shifted. It's almost like the Avalanche flipped a switch, tied the game up, and then it seemed there in overtime like things were going well, and then suddenly they weren't. And that's what happened. You know, a high volume of shots allowed on Saros. Saros battled valiantly all night, at one point having to shake off his mask after taking a direct hit with the straps popping loose. Pretty scary moment there for Saros, who still managed to bring that puck down with his shoulder blades and cover it to freeze the play there and get a much-needed stoppage to get his helmet back on. That's never anything you want to see as a goalie with their helmet off. I don't care if it's your goalie or another goalie, it doesn't matter. That's never a good situation. But the long and short of it is, at the end of the night, the Predators come away with 1 point. Now, that breaks their winning streak, and of course their winning streak was lowly at 2 in a row. But again, 1 point coming away from a tilt with the defending Stanley Cup champions, even a little banged up, isn't the worst outcome you could expect from the night. The Predators showed up and they played a good game. They got away from it for a little bit, but then they got back into it. Unfortunately, it was just a little bit too late. Now, that being said, we're headed into the holidays. We're headed into Christmas. So for those of you who celebrate, Merry Christmas to you. For those of you who don't celebrate, just enjoy, hopefully, a break from work. And Charlie, I want you and your family, I know that you guys are a big Christmas decorating family, so I know that you've done a lot of work there around the bunker to get things ready for Christmas. So you guys enjoy your Christmas, and to all of the Renegades out there, see you on the flip side.
Stripe Digital Solutions is another great partner of the Renegades of Puck, and I sure do appreciate everything Stripe Digital Solutions does for us here in the trenches. Check out their work, stripedigitalsolutions.com, or online, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You see the crest that is on the jersey right here. You see the logo on the wall behind me, the website, renegadesofpuck.com, our social media and brand building plan. All of that is managed by and through Stripe Digital Solutions. We could not succeed on any level in the current world the way it functions without a strong digital partner, and Stripe Digital Solutions is the strongest digital partner. I urge and encourage each and every one of you to reach out to Brandy and start the conversation today. I think that my website is fantastic. My logos, my graphics, I think everything is wonderful, and that is because I have visions and ideas, and then they are whittled down by Stripe Digital Solutions into something that actually is coherent and makes sense on the screen. They do incredible work, and I encourage each and every one of you, check out Stripe Digital Solutions today. Unfortunately, Brian Baston is without power. As a matter of fact, several of the Renegades are dealing with issues related to the weather. Who isn't right now? We've been in single-digit temperatures now here in the Middle Tennessee area for over 24 hours. It is definitely affecting what we are doing here in the bunker. We are down to 37 degrees here in the bunker as we are recording operation number 692. Brian Baston, unfortunately, has been without power, and as much as I would like for him to deliver some sexy stats by the fireplace, it's more important that he conserve that phone battery. It's more important that he conserve that energy and focus on taking care of his family and taking care of everybody. Chauncey Smith also having some difficulties with the weather over at his place, and I'm having some difficulties. Everybody's having some difficulties right now, so I hope everybody's safe out there, and I hope you're getting through, and I hope that at least this podcast gives you a little bit of entertainment while you're stuck in the house during this deep freeze that is occupying about 2/3 of the country. I'm going to give you the box score real quick. I'll give you a couple of numbers, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up, say Merry Christmas to everybody, close shop, and get on out of here for the Christmas break for a couple of days, and hopefully report back to the bunker for warmer temperatures. So your goal scorers for the game, Matt Duchene and Ryan Johansson for the Nashville Predators. Glass picks up an assist, Niederreiter and Novak, and Yossi picks up an assist. Tommy Novak picks up another point. Great to see him in the lineup. He is continuing to play good hockey for the Nashville Predators. Like to see more of a sample size from him, but I like what I see. I liked what I saw last year. I wish he would have had more of an opportunity to grow with the team last year. Yossi also picks up an assist. I think I mentioned that. Your shots on goal leader for the game, Philip Forsberg had 5. Cole Smith had 5, but no matter how many shots on goal Cole Smith gets, he cannot seem to convert. It's just how his season is going. Block shots. McDonough, man back from injury, wearing a full cage, leads the team in block shots with 5. Only Roman Yossi with 3 was anywhere near him. 2 was the next highest from several of the Predators, but McDonough comes back in the lineup playing good, solid, smooth defense and blocking the most shots in this game. Really great to have him back in the lineup. When it comes to hits, Luzon led the team in hits, also initiated the most scrums for the Nashville Predators. It's great to see. Luzon had 5 hits in this game. Time on ice for your forwards. Matt Duchene led the team in time on ice, 18:46. That is different than what we normally see. Mikhail Granlund normally leads the forwards in time on ice. He was actually quite behind. It was a relative decent balance when it comes to rolling 4 lines. That's what John Hines has been trying to accomplish and achieve these last couple of games. So you've been seeing a lot more closer, seeing a low out there in time on ice of 12:48 by Yakov Trenin and a high of 18:46. That's a pretty good breakdown distribution by 4 lines. Overall team leader in time on ice and leader of the defenseman, 25-10, of course, is the captain, Roman Yossi, but also had Ekholm at 24-12 and Carey at 23-56. And why is that? That's because Fabro only played 12:35, was very limited because of some injury that happened, kept him out of the third period. So we'll hope to get an update on Dante Fabro here in the next couple of days. But that gets you set up on the box score. UC Saros, the last one to talk about, 43 out of 46. He was otherworldly. Again, he continues to be dynamic, continues to show why he's a Vezina finalist and will be again in the future. Maybe not this year, but again in the future. He's got to be on a better team before that can really start to happen for UC Saros. So that's the box score. That's the numbers. Unfortunately, no Brian Basson, no numbers you need to know, no charts you need to see. Just Brian at home by the fireplace, hopefully looking over some charts, looking over some stats, getting warm and being safe and being healthy and being ready for when we get back from the break. Very much looking forward to each and every one of the Renegades of Puck getting back in the trenches. I'm looking forward to some warmer weather. But again, it doesn't make a difference to me. If it was single digits here in the bunker like it is just outside the walls of the bunker, I'd still be right here doing this show and getting it done. Speaking of the cold, I'm Crazy Charlie Saunier, captain of the Renegades of Puck. I'm also tired of the cold, tired of the dark, and tired of being landlocked. I'm also willing to bet that I'm not the only one who could use some sun, fun, and time in paradise with friends. That's exactly why I called our great friend Pete Weber. He told me, call Ships and Trips Travel, and now we're all going to Mexico. That's right, Renegades of Puck, July 15th to the 20th of 2023. Dreams Vallarta Resort in Puerto Vallarta is the destination to hang with Pete Weber in paradise. To join Pete and the Renegades of Puck in Puerto Vallarta, go to www.shipsandtripstravel.com. That's shipsandtripstravel.com and just click on the ROP on vacation tab. Don't stay landlocked. Join the Renegades of Puck in paradise, July 15th to the 20th, 2023 in Puerto Vallarta. Pete Weber, the Renegades of Puck, and you. It's time to ditch those skates for flip-flops and fun in the sun. I sure hope you join us with Pete Weber in paradise. Trust me, it will be a much different scene. No hockey skates, no winter hats, no hoodies, just flip-flops. I'll probably still be wearing the hockey jersey because I wear the hockey jersey everywhere I go. You guys know that. That's just how I rep the Renegades of Puck. So listen, let's go ahead and close this thing out. 32 games into the season. Where is this Nashville Predators team? It's nobody knows. This team is truly an enigma, and at other times it's a riddle, and sometimes it's a conundrum. And just when you think they're starting to turn that corner and get some momentum going the right way, they go ahead and lose 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 6 or have some really awful stretch of hockey where they can't score any goals. So where do we find the Nashville Predators after 32 games? We find them at 14, 13, and 5. They're over 500. They have 33 points. They are currently 13 points out of first place, and they are honestly not really truly competitive when it comes to the playoff picture, but there is still 50 games to go in the season. Now, there's a short Christmas break coming up, and then we'll hit the halfway point of the season, and then it really starts to pick up from there. We start talking about the trade deadline. We start talking about what assets the Nashville Predators can either remove to improve for the future or improve for the immediate and the rest of this season and make a run for the playoffs. Those are all things that, of course, we're going to talk about intensely and heavily and have all the Renegades of Puck back in the trenches talking about all of those issues. But for right now, where are the Nashville Predators? They're over 500. And that's at least a positive we can pull from these first 32 games, because the Nashville Predators, frankly, did not look like a team that was going to be over 500. And while sixth place is not desirable, they are only 1 point behind St. Louis for fifth place, and they are only 7 points behind the third place Colorado Avalanche. So the Nashville Predators are not out of any races yet. And with so much hockey to go, they can get back into it with another continued stretch of hockey like they just wrapped up. 5 out of 6 points is impressive in 3 games. If you can continue doing that, continue having stretches of hockey like that, and not losing 6 in a row, then you'll find yourself in a much better position. So for the Nashville Predators, where do we find them after 32 games? Frankly, we don't know. We don't know. It's not the team that the Nashville Predators thought they were going to be coming out of training camp. They certainly don't have the same roster. Tolvanen no longer a part of this team at all. They've made other moves. They've brought in other players. So for the Nashville Predators, they're still trying to find their way. They're still trying to find their identity. They're still trying to find a big old bucket of jam to bring out for the next 50 games, and that's exactly what they're going to have to do. We'll be here covering each and every game, and I sure do appreciate each and every one of you for following along on our hockey adventures known as the Renegades of Puck. Hey, I just want to take a second before we go ahead and sign off and log out for a couple of days and just say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to each and every one of the Renegades out there. Listen, I know times are tough. The weather is not making it any easier, but I just want you to know how much each and every one of you mean to me. Having each and every one of you out there, being able to talk with you on social media, being able to relate with you at our live events, and just being a part of the Renegade of Puck family, it means so much to me, and I sure do appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope you have the happiest of holidays, and I hope you have a Merry Christmas. And if you need anything, if you need me, I'm here. I'm always here. The captain of the Renegades of Puck is always available. Don't ever hesitate to reach out on social media or any other way that you need. Just let me know what I can do. If you need someone to talk to or you need somebody over the holidays, it can be a tough time for people. I'm here. The Renegades are here. No renegade walks alone. It's as easy as that. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. I hope you stay warm. I hope your power stays on. And I hope that we finally get that sexy stats update from Brian in front of the fireplace here, maybe for the new year. And I sure do appreciate each and every one of you for sticking with me in a 37-degree night here in the bunker, single digits just outside the walls, but no worries. We got things covered. It's called the essence of no half step, and we'll deliver the goods no matter how and no matter when and no matter where. That's it for Operation number 692. Sure to appreciate each and every one of you. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Love every one of you. Stick taps, love, and respect.